Okay, we need to talk about the ex-Gabbie Hanna fan who came out and made a video talking about why they left the fandom and saying a lot of really negative things about Gabbie. Now, this is to do with a video that I spoke about previously. You've probably watched that video. It was me talking about this person, Alyssa Perrine, who made a video, The Real Reason I Left the Gabbie Hanna Fandom. And this video was detailing their part in the Gabbie Hanna fandom, the ways that Gabbie treated them, manipulation, all that sort of stuff. Here's the problem, and I think all of you watching this know what's going on, but there's probably like a handful of people who have clicked on this video and don't know what I'm talking about. I covered this video already, and in that I made some errors, so this video is mostly a correction, but I have some new information to talk about and new things I want to talk about. I feel the need to explain my thought process first when I was making this video. So I think it was very clear in my original video, and if you've seen it, you'll know what I mean, that I did have some doubts about Alyssa. And I said multiple times, it seems like they're not taking accountability for the things that they actually did as part of the fandom. It seems like, you know, they're just talking about these things, but kind of putting it all on Gabbie instead of taking responsibility for themselves. And I also pointed out the fact that this person was an adult the entire time that they were online, you know, defending Gabbie, which means going after people and stuff like that. I pointed that out, and that felt really important to me. Some people still seem to think that this is a child, though, but no, Alyssa said in the video that they were 18 when all of this started going down, so would be like 24 now, probably. So those were things that I pointed out, and I have to be really honest, and I think this is this is hard to explain, because as a job, being online, you can cover stories, and you can have a really bad feeling about somebody, and I had a really bad feeling about Alyssa. However, I had nothing to back that up, and I was trying to take them at their word while still being fair and pointing out the things that I felt were inconsistent, right? Like the accountability stuff, and also the comments that they had made about Jen Dent, which I found abhorrent. Obviously, if you haven't watched my previous video, this is going to be so confusing, but we've got some new information that I want to go into. I just need to give this disclaimer first. So I don't want to come off as an asshole, basically, and say this person is lying, this person is manipulating, when I don't have anything to back that up. I'm trying to take them at their word, but I'm also trying to point out all the things that I think are inconsistent. When I knew I fucked up, though, was when Alyssa thanked me on Twitter for my video. And I realized at that point, oh, I have been way too kind to this person. I have given them too much grace, because that video was not meant to be one that was saying you were in the right, that was saying you were the victim, that was saying that, like, any of that stuff, really. It was meant to be a video where I listen to you, I hear you out, I take in your concerns about Gabbie, because yes, Gabbie does have accountability to take in this situation too, but I also point out that you need to take accountability for your own actions. However, I do think Alyssa probably didn't watch my video, because knowing that Alyssa couldn't even watch Gabbie's videos was astounding. So what's happened now is, in the background, I have been trying to find out what's been going on, because I got comments from Jen Dent on my original video explaining the things that Alyssa had done to them. Because I had even talked about the Jen situation, because Alyssa had been really horrible in comments. I got comments from Jen Dent, I got comments from you guys all telling me this person was the ringleader of the Gabbie stans. Because in Alyssa's video, they really downplayed how much involvement they had. It really made it sound like they were just standing on the sidelines and everybody else was just doing stuff, and they were just kind of like, oh, guys, this isn't good. But that is not what happened. And the fact that so many people in my comments remembered Alyssa by name from years ago just shows how bad it actually was. Now, I was not involved in those spaces. I wasn't really, like, getting into Twitter arguments or following this stuff. I wasn't the victim of the Gabbie Hanna fans usually. Like, they would come at me, but they wouldn't do campaigns against me, you know? Like, it wasn't that kind of thing. So I don't remember these people by name. I was not really affected by them. But I do remember them being awful. And I do remember seeing what they did to other people. And it was really, really bad. They would harass people. They would lie about people. They would bring up false allegations. They would take it to the real world, try and get people to lose their jobs. And everybody is saying Alyssa was the ringleader of this. So behind the scenes, I've been looking into stuff. I have been keeping up with the videos that Jen Dent has been posting, but I knew I wanted to wait until she made her bigger video, which she has done now, and we are going to look at that. This is the video, Gabbie Hanna tried to ruin my life. I have proof, and the first section of that, maybe the first 10-15 minutes, is talking about Alyssa. I also spoke to Hello Leash a little bit in the background, who was able to give me a lot of information about this, so I'm up to date. And some of the things that Alyssa was involved with, and we are going to watch this video, but I just want to clarify first, some of the things that Alyssa was involved with was perpetuating the false allegations that were made against Jen Dent, that Jen had essayed a little girl. And people pushed this with no evidence, no actual victim. It was completely false allegation. They pushed this, they tried to make it go viral, all pushed by Gabbie. They tried to get her fired from her job. They tried to get her to lose her nursing license. Really, really bad. They would harass people nonstop on Twitter, online, on YouTube. And one thing that Alyssa did specifically was forge Jen Dent's signature on a cease and desist. I'm not joking. And also she's admitted to this online. It's bad. Also, one thing that I have learned from Hello Leash is that Alyssa allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly here just to be careful, told a young trans teenager to kill themselves and used the slur for trans people at them. So this is not a good person. And I definitely gave them too much grace in my video, and now we're here to not do that. And just to clear the record, Alyssa was one of the worst people in the Gabbie Hanna fandom, was one of the most malicious people, one of the most hateful people, would go out of their way to harass and attack people, would commit crimes, and is now trying to paint this narrative that it was all to do with Gabbie, that they were just an innocent victim. They were a victim of Gabbie, and that they were so young when all this happened, even though they were an adult the entire time. They are fully doing the Gabbie Hanna manipulation tactics of acting like the victim when you were the perpetrator. And you know what? You nearly got away with it. But the problem is the internet is forever, even though this person had multiple accounts and many of them got suspended. There are still screenshots out there. There's still proof out there. And there's also you yourself in your own words saying that you copied and pasted Jen's signature and put it on a cease and desist. Like, are you? I cannot believe this. So yes, your video was manipulative. It was terrible. You really tried to act fully like the victim. You are not the victim. You have a lot to hold yourself accountable for, and you have a lot of growing up to do. And I say that knowing you're a full adult. You are a full adult. But you gotta snap out of it because it's not cute anymore. You cannot be acting like this at your big age. All right? Again, there's not actually that much of an age difference between you and I, Alyssa. In fact, I think you're older than like Adam McIntyre, who, if he had done the things that you had done, would definitely be called out, would not be having people say, oh, this poor kid. You're a full adult. And you need to take accountability for the things that you have done. You can make amends. There's plenty of people from the Gabbie Hanna fandom who were vile and horrible, but they've made amends. And people have forgiven them because you know what? People change and people grow up and people try to better themselves and people can accept the bad things that they've done and move on. But as long as you are still acting like a Gabbie Hanna and playing the victim and pretending you did nothing wrong and it was everybody else and you were just manipulated, that's just not going to fly. And it's not going to be good for you either. So let's just see what Jen has to say. Now, again, there were some smaller videos that I have been keeping up with just to get some information, but I feel like the bit where she talks about Alyssa in this video is enough to go off of. And also, yes, so I have pre-watched this section. I wanted to know what I was talking about. So.
Naysayers say you have to leave it in the past. All of these people haven't spoken about you in years. But the thing about slander is it's not a single attack. Slander is designed to ruin your life. It's designed to ripple into every single facet of everything you do. It's meant to ruin your reputation. So it's not something that, well, that happened to you years ago, you got to get over that. No, slander is an ongoing attack. Are people tagging Jen in it? Like, are people tagging Jen being like, hey,
just so you guys know, yes, we are going to cover the Gabbie Hanna aspect of it. I'm pretty sure the video on that is going up first. But as I said in that video, I really need the correction on Alyssa to be its own thing because I don't want that to get swept under the rug. And I feel like if I put all of that in one video, having previously been too favorable to Alyssa, then that thing is just gonna get swept away and we won't actually get to speak about Alyssa and her actions because she is trying to reinvent herself here and repaint the narrative just like Gabbie tries to do. So I really needed it to be its own thing.
Hey everybody, long time no see like this. I don't really do videos anymore, hence the laptop setup. I tried to do my camera, that did not work. I never thought I would make this video. I never thought that I would actually get my hands on the information that allowed me to make this video. This video has been a long time coming, at least 6 years of me thinking about this and knowing what I knew, but not being able to prove it. It's been very difficult. I'm filming this video on June 13th. This all started the week of June 5th. It was, I think, Wednesday that I saw that Alyssa Perrine had put up a video saying that she has left the Gabbie Hanna fandom. When I saw that video, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I skimmed through it as usual, Alyssa not taking any accountability or responsibility for anything she's done in the past. It's always somebody else's fault, right? I sent that video to Jessie and Jessie immediately texted back and was like, no fucking way. Wasn't she the worst one? Wasn't she the ringleader? And I was like, yeah, for sure. So we saw the video and we were like, whatever. Now, the reason Jessie reacted the way she did, and several other people were like pointing out this video by Alyssa, the reason for that is because Alyssa made herself well known during the whole Gabbie versus Jessie debacle for all those years. She made sure she was front and center at all times when it came to defending Gabbie, when it came to getting on Twitter and just arguing with everybody. It was an ongoing thing with Alyssa that a lot of people knew about. It was like Thursday, I think, that VangelinaSkov put a video up responding to that video by
I hate
Alyssa.
seeing myself in other people's videos. Such a jump scare every time.
And I checked it out. Mostly I was reading the comments while watching the video. I was seeing a lot of people say, yo, this is not correct. Like, Alyssa is an actual psychopath who fucking harassed the shit out of people for years. We sat and watched this happen. And as I'm watching Vangelina's video, I'm getting annoyed, right? I mean, I hate to even use the word because I know everybody loves to make fun of it, but it triggered me. It was like, no, this girl has been an absolute fucking psychopath, harassed the shit out of me for years. And you guys are sitting here and allowing her the opportunity to pretend she didn't do any of this shit. It was at the end of the video when Vangelina started going through the comments on Alyssa's video that she was like, yeah, no, this girl is, something seems off. And I did apologize in the comments. I am sorry for going off the way I did, but truly, it's been a long time of harassment from her.
Okay, I gotta say, right, so yeah, Jen left me a couple of comments. Here's the thing though, like, I think some people thought I was ignoring them. I was asleep. We're in different time zones. I was asleep. And then I saw the comments the next day and I genuinely did not realize that she was mad at me in those comments until I watched this video. I didn't get that. I was just like, oh, she's just explaining. She's just mad at Alyssa and explaining the situation. So on that front, you have nothing to apologize for because I didn't realize you were mad at me. And secondly, even if you were mad at me, like, if I get stuff wrong, you can call me out. That's so fair. So, like, yeah, fair enough. It's fine, Jen. It's all good.
getting a lot of messages too on Twitter. I call it Twitter. I was getting a lot of messages on Twitter, on Instagram. I was getting messages on Facebook of people that remembered Alyssa and were like, yo, did you see this video? And I'm like, yeah. Also in the comments of Vangelina's video, a lot of people were saying, if this is upsetting you, you're going to be really pissed when you see Adam McIntyre's video. And I'm like, what? So I go to look, there's no video by Adam McIntyre, but all day I'm being told you're going to be pissed when you see his video because he sympathizes with her and says none of this is her fault. She's completely innocent. She was a kid when all this happened. And I'm like, she absolutely was not. She was an adult. She was 18 when all this started. She's 24 now. And so that's 6 years of her being a constant little gnat, just buzzing around me, a little mosquito, just nipping. It's just been nonstop. These years have not been fun for me. Anybody that always...
Yeah, just keep in mind, this is somebody who was doing this in their 20s. Like, Alyssa can try and act like, oh, I was so young when all of this happened, but like this was happening when you were in your 20s. So come on now. Also, I got a comment on the Adam video. I'm sure some people want my take on that. I have not seen it because it's not on his channel. People were talking about the Adam video, and I went to look for it. I was like, I cannot find this damn video. What is this video people are talking about? And I couldn't find it, and it's just not there. So I am pretty sure he deleted it. I think Jen says it as well, that he deleted it, like it was up for a little bit, but I missed it. I've never seen it. I have no idea what was said in it. I cannot comment on it. Like I have no idea what was said in it. I'm sorry. I just simply haven't seen it.
He says, oh, you get online and you talk about Gabbie all the time, or you only get online to talk about the stands. Yeah, I have a job. I'm a nurse. Y'all didn't take that from me. Even though you tried, that is what this video is about. I'm going to prove what you guys did. I'm going to prove what Gabbie did. But these years have not been fun for me. I would rather not do this. I'd rather not talk about this. And that's why I'm making this video, and I want it to be the last fucking time I talk about the stands, I talk about Gabbie, or any of this shit. I'm so fucking exhausted from it. It is the middle of 2026, and I'm still trying to get over shit that happened in 2025. I don't have the time or inclination for this shit. I'm exhausted from this. I'm fucking sick and tired of it. And it's gonna stop. I saw the video from Vangelina, and I made some videos of my own. I put them on YouTube. They're still up.
And they are definitely worth watching if you want to see it. I'm just covering this one thing, and a lot of the information is obviously in this video, but yeah, it is worth checking them out, and I would recommend you do if you are interested in this stuff.
Posted those videos on Twitter, and I also tagged Alyssa and said, why did you even bother making this video? Your ass is getting dragged in the comments. People remember you. I should have known better, because what did that do? That opened the door for Alyssa and maybe a handful of her friends who she says it's not her. I'm convinced it's her talking to herself. But then again, you know, there are a lot of crazy people out there. She has got a few friends and herself. They have been trolling me nonstop since about June 5th, and today is June 13th. I have had...
Yeah, I gotta say, I had a look on Twitter. I never open Twitter anymore. I just forget that app exists, which is really actually quite peaceful for me. But I had a look at her accounts, and I was confused because there's all these different accounts and they all seemed to be Alyssa, but they were all talking to themselves. And I was like, what's going on here? And I think some of them are like, I'm not even, like, they're fan accounts for Alyssa. And listen, I'm not saying she made that account. I'm not saying she made her own fan accounts. I'm just questioning why she would have fan accounts. And with that being said, I want fan accounts. Guys, make fan accounts of me. I'm great. I'm sorry. But no, really, it seems to be she has a lot of accounts, and they potentially, allegedly, in my opinion, just it's her talking to herself. Sorry.
I had my job threatened. I have had them say they're going to call the State Board of Nursing. They have threatened my pets. And then there's always the video edits that come of me being compared to farm animals, me being called old, me being called fat, me being called ugly. It's nothing new. It's just the same thing. Wash, rinse, repeat. Yeah, you can block them. They make new accounts. Alyssa has multiple accounts. Just search her name on Twitter. You'll see what I'm talking about. So there's no need to block them. You can mute them, but they...
I'm sorry. Can we... I want to see that little thing in the right corner. Can we look at the right bottom?
Yeah, you can block them. They make new accounts. Alyssa has multiple accounts. Just search her name on Twitter. You'll see what I'm talking about. So there's no need to...
Concept of making your own, like, fan edit of videos of yourself is so funny to me. You know what? If you guys are gonna make a fan account for me, I'm gonna make one for myself. I'm gonna edit videos of me going like, wow. Listen, I can't even remember to make shorts for this YouTube channel. For my own YouTube channel. I can't be doing that. Somebody has to do it for me, please.
Block them. You can mute them, but they still find new ways to get you. If they can't get you on Twitter, they'll come to your YouTube. If that doesn't work, well, they'll just go to your Instagram or your TikTok. It doesn't matter. I could get offline, but I mean, should I have to? Like, this is a long time and it's still going. So then Adam McIntyre, in his infinite wisdom, decides to take the video that apparently he had done on live to an audience who was telling him he was wrong. He decided to then post that video on YouTube. So I think that was Friday. I can't really remember, but that gave Alyssa even more leeway and excitement and stardom and all that stuff. So she could just spend the whole rest of the day coming at me all day long from every fucking angle. Because
really, the actions of somebody who's changed, right? Alyssa's like, oh, it was all manipulation by Gabbie, but you're still harassing Jen. So you haven't changed one bit. You're just not doing it on behalf of Gabbie anymore. You're just doing it because you're not nice.
Adam gave her license to do that. Adam took the video down later on Saturday afternoon, as he should have, and to this day, he has not corrected himself or said anything. Adam, you know, I've watched your channel. I like you. I think your channel's cool, but you don't have to put a video out every day. You could take a break. You could research what you're talking about before you put it up, because somebody like you who has as big of an audience as you do, you have a responsibility to look into what it is that you're posting. You posted a person who has harassed me, who has forged my name, who says I doxed them, who has absolutely said some of the most horrible shit to me and my friends and done some of the most horrific shit. And you gave her an audience and you said that none of it was her fault. And to this day, you still haven't said anything else about it. Not that I expect you to, but I have to say that you posting that video really did spark a fire in me that put me into motion, and a lot of things have happened because of it. But before I get into everything that has happened after the video was put out, let me refresh everybody's memory on Alyssa and how I met Alyssa and how I even know who the fuck she is in the first place. I'm not even going to try to remember what was going on between Gabbie and Jesse at this specific time. It was summer 2020. We're on Twitter a lot. There's a lot going down. And yeah, I ran my mouth constantly. I'm never going to even say anything different. I have always talked shit about Gabbie because Gabbie deserves it. Gabbie is a piece of shit. Gabbie is the worst fucking person on this planet. So yeah, I was talking a lot of shit on Twitter, and there were a group of stans that were just absolutely asinine crazy. The main one that I remember is Alyssa. There was a girl named Skia. There was somebody named Tyler. There was a Monica. There was a Lisa. And then there was Gracie. And we're going to talk about Gracie in this video. But Alyssa was just off the chain from the very beginning. I mean, she just never stopped. It was nonstop. Boom, 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 boom. All day. If you blocked her, she made a new account. That's how I got to know Alyssa.
Yeah, she also apparently got suspended a lot. She would constantly have her accounts permabanned because of the things that she was doing online, and she would just evade that ban and make new accounts.
In the summer of 2020, when everything was really coming to a head between Jesse and Gabbie, and there was just so much shit going on, and Alyssa was just front and center, just constantly, again, harassing, trolling, saying the nastiest shit, talking about shit she had no idea. They all do that. They all talk about the Gabbie and Jesse situation as if they were physically present in every room of every situation that went down. They know more than anybody. You can't tell them shit. And throughout all of this, I saw that she does music. And I use that term very, very loosely. She had some music videos up. And so I went and looked at one of them, and my God. And I ended up posting it and just like saying, oh, this is a bop or whatever. I eventually was like, I'm just kidding. This is absolutely fucking horrible.
You can't stop the flowers. You can't stop my feet. And if you think I'm not improving, you can shove it.
And it made her so mad.
I'm not saying anything because I have some really shitty music. I haven't made a song in years, but all my music is terrible, so I cannot speak on this. But like sees like, you know?
That she, first of all, says that I told her to kill herself, which absolutely did not happen. I invite you to find that screenshot. Did not tell her to.
Well, she apparently told a trans kid to kill themselves, so It's like the Gabbie Hanna School of Projection.
Kill herself, but she got so mad about me posting her music that she decided to send me a cease and desist. And instead of me telling that story, I'll just let Alyssa tell it.
I released a new song and Jenna told me she liked it. She then went and claimed it was shit and that she shared it as a joke. From this point on, she started talking about my bad singing and kept posting my song, which is my own intellectual property. On August 10th, I sent Jen a cease and desist for intellectual property, and on August 11th, she responded with her signature. Jen likes to tell the story as if I forged her name onto a cease and desist, but what she always fails to realize is that she sent her email titled response with an attachment. I advised a legal notary, and I advised a lawyer after the fact just to make sure. I was in the clear. On August 12th,
I'm being so for real. What? First of all, notary? Am I incorrect here? Do notaries not just like sign stuff? What lawyer told you that you were in the clear for this? What lawyer told you were in the clear for this? I don't believe you. I'm sorry, I don't.
Jen sent me a cease and desist for defamation. In this, she asked me to, and I quote, "Please find attached a request to cease and desist defamation, slander, and or libel. Details are in the document. Sign it and send it back to me. My lawyer is involved now. Thanks."
Wait. I'm going back.
But she always fails to realize. She then went and claimed it was shit and that she shared it as a joke. From this point on, she started talking about my bad singing and kept posting my song, which is my own intellectual property. On August 10th, I sent Jen a cease and desist for intellectual property, and on August 11th, she responded with her signature. Jen likes to tell the story as if I forged her name onto a cease and desist, but what she always fails to realize is that she sent her email titled response with an attachment. I advised a legal
She did not sign the cease and desist. You were delusional. You were wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You also, I do not believe you that you consulted a lawyer.
And I advised a lawyer after the fact just to make sure. I was in the clear. On August 12th, Jen sent me a cease and desist for defamation. In this, she asked me to, and I quote, "Please find attached a request to cease and desist defamation, slander, and or libel. Details are in the document. Sign it and send it back to me. My lawyer is involved now. Thanks." I replied by telling her to kiss my ass. She replied by telling me I had 10 days to sign it when it comes to my door. This confused me because first off, she doesn't have my home address, and second,
well, you just said she doxed you. So how can she dox you if she doesn't have your home address? Is it because all that Jen Dent said was that the IP address said it was from Albuquerque, where multiple people live? It's not doxing you.
Mail? What? You have my email. You can do literally what I did. It is just as valid and just as legally binding. And I just
it's not. And also, you would have lost your feckin' mind if she had done that. You can't just forge people's... You can't just copy and paste somebody's signature onto whatever documents you want. If that was the case, I could get like a check right now, right? Right. $10 million from Taylor Swift to VangelinaSkov, because that is my legal name, and just copy an autograph from Taylor and stick it on the check and just take that. That's your logic here. That is dumb. I wish that was the case because I would really like $10 million. I could go on so many holidays with that. But it's not, unfortunately. You can't do that. That's not legal.
Want to say, just because you don't agree or like someone does not mean that a notary, 2 lawyers,
girl. What? Now it's 2 lawyers? There was 1 lawyer and a notary before. Now there's 2 lawyers. Which time did you misspeak? Which one was it? Why did you consult 2 lawyers? And a notary? How much did you pay these lawyers for this consultation? Where did you find them? What did the notary say? Did the notary say, I just sign things? I'm sure a notary probably does more things. I'm not a notary, so I can't tell you what they do. That's just my only experience with notaries is getting like translations certified, basically, and that's it.
Them are lying. Like, the evidence is all right here. So you can either continue to say it's fake, or you could just accept that I sent you a cease and desist.
Nobody said you didn't send me a cease and desist. I said you forged my name on that cease and desist, you fucking clown. So there's that story about her forging my name. And yeah, a cease and desist, how valid could it be? Whatever. But she actually cut and pasted my signature onto that document. And in that document was like a list of things I had supposedly done, like offenses, and then a list of things that I agreed to. And she put my name at the bottom, and that just was not cool with me. So Alyssa's other claim on me is that I doxed her. And rather than me tell you the story, I'll just let her tell you the story, which she already told on YouTube. This is a video that she did back when it happened.
November 17th, Alex James posted a video on Gabbie, and Jen had kept tweeting about us. After a couple of us in a group chat had seen a video on TikTok about how people were signing up their exes for Donald Trump email listings that spammed them. And immaturely, we decided to do this. I realize now that this was a bad decision, and this is something that I shouldn't have done. It was immature, it was selfish, it was rude, and I can take accountability for that. And
oh my god, wow, that's a first.
Realized it was a mistake. On November 18th, Jen noticed that my IP address was linked to one of the spam emails and posted it on Twitter, saying I was dumb and wouldn't realize that I did this.
I tweeted that it was Albuquerque. The IP.
Alyssa edited this to make it look like Jen had shared the IP address. Jen said it was Albuquerque. You see the manipulation that goes on here.
The address showed Albuquerque. Let me say it again. Albuquerque.
We can all agree what I did was dumb, but we can also all agree that swatting is a serious and dangerous issue in America.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Call the police to every single house in Albuquerque? How does that make any sense? You are really trying to paint it as if, like, Jen shared your IP address and your exact feckin' home address to the internet, and that is simply not what happened.
That right now.
Come here. Come here. Nobody is going to swat you. What the fuck are you talking about?
And posting my IP address like that could have gotten me
Jen didn't post your IP address.
injured or killed. That is not okay. On November 27th, Hello Leash made a video on the Gabbie Hanna fandom about the emails and how toxic we are.
I remember waking up one morning and Jen being like, ugh, they signed me up for like 10 spam email lists. And I was like, who? And she was like, the Gabbie stands. And then I, for some reason, had like a sinking feeling in my stomach. And I checked my email and I had, if I'm not mistaken, like something like 54 email lists. And I remember the timestamps on when the emails came in because these people were signing us up on these email lists, these spam email lists, but you had to confirm. So they would send you a confirmation email. You would have to confirm that you actually want to sign up for those lists. And then those confirmation emails also included IP addresses. I remember noticing that it was like, it would start at like midnight and went till like 5 or 6 in the morning. Like these people were up throughout the night, just signing me and Jen up for these email lists. We deduced that the people most likely responsible for this were Alyssa and Skia. I think it was Jen that said, yep, the IP address that was on this email says that this person is in Albuquerque. And we know who's in Albuquerque. There you go. You add 2 and 2 together. And if I'm not mistaken, Alyssa is referring to that as doxing.
A lot of us were doxed for defending her.
Albuquerque. So that's basically it on Alyssa. Really, this video.
Which means that it's my time to dip. Alyssa, you are not a good person. You are also not the victim in this situation. You have done a lot of really terrible and reprehensible things. And until you own up to those, take accountability and stop trying to push blame onto other people, you will not be forgiven for that and it will not be forgotten. So yeah, sorry, I was too easygoing on her. I did have a bad feeling about Alyssa from the beginning, but I was trying to hear them out. And here we are. So let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. Like, comment, share, follow me on social media. I'm VangelinaSkov everywhere. Have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.